It's written by Melvin Burgess, who's a renowned sort of teens children's writer, and basically it's a story of 4 teenagers who get together at one of the parents' houses to do it up. When they do it up, he'll pay them. They can all go off on holiday. 2 of them are going out with each other. The other 2 aren't going out with each other but want to, but have that teenage angst thing of they don't want to go out with them, but they really do. And so while they're doing the house up, they knock a hole in the wall, find a hidden well, knock some stones out of the well, and release the beast.
It's kind of based on the old stories of being hag-ridden, and the hag, the old woman sitting on your chest and smothering you. And also there's a sort of ancient folklore tradition of things down wells, worms, the worm Ouroboros and the Lambeth worm, 2 examples of that. And so there is some sort of dark, horrible monster down the well, and the story is that what the hag is, and the kids are being pursued by the hag, and who she is and what she is and how the whole thing's resolved.
I play pretty much the same, but 2 different characters. One is Beth. She's modern day, and she's a bit punky, and she becomes, with her and her other friends, 4 of them, they become involved in the whole story about the well and everything. And then Bethany, she is a Victorian version of Beth almost. They described as being exactly similar, obviously apart from dress and styling, but it's a very strange sort of thing of her almost being the same person. You're never quite sure what happens, but she's also, Bethany is the daughter of a ghost who lives in the house where the well is, and Bethany is a victim of the well.
People have to go down the well and find the various Anglo-Saxon tokens. It's all based on a sort of bit of Anglo-Saxon history chucked in there, and so we have to build this amazing set thing, which is what they're banging and rattling around with out there.
Andy, did we cause a shadow on Joe at the top?
Well, yeah. Right onto it here. Yeah. Yeah, as you start to move backwards with your and then try and get on your line.
Right,
gotcha.
The actual writing bit didn't take very long, a couple of weeks really, but then they spend hours editing it and going over it, and then there's breaks in which they're not doing anything, and they pick it up again. So the actual writing didn't take very long at all, but they do about, I don't know, 6 billion edits.
Because of work on behalf of Conquer Media, it sort of starts in the scripting process. So we go through all the scripts with Melvin, who's the writer. Because Melvin's he's normally a writer for books, it's a very different process to writing for TV or film, because you're obviously having to visualise what people are doing and saying, rather than just writing a page of, describe something that happens in a page. You've got to describe it in one shot. So one shot would describe 100 pages. So trying to sort out the differences in writing books and writing TV. Once you've got the scripts, then go through the casting process, looking at locations, getting all the crew together, and then shooting it. And that's the hard bit of shooting it, is trying to get the initial creative processes that was on paper. Then you sell that idea, trying to get that idea onto screen, and then with all the interactive stuff as well, because it's all very much intrinsically linked to storylines with the interactive stuff. So it's just keeping all that together and making a sort of cohesive project.
Written by Melvin Burgess, who is a teen writer of sort of mystery horror, and basically it's an online drama as well. So you've got parts that you watch on the television, and then you've got parts that you can play games online, and it sort of helps unlock key things, plot things. But I think as a standalone thing, the drama works as well.
The interactive elements are, we've got, as well as the programme being on television, we've got some There's a lot of mobile action that takes place in the well, so you can get that. So if someone's on the mobile in the show, you can get stuff on your mobile as well. It'll be like pictures, storylines, all sorts of stuff on the mobile. There's stuff also online and on broadband, it's a game. The broad picture is a game. When you play the games, you get, when you win the game, you get a piece of video that helps you understand drama. So because it's set in modern times, but the hag is set in olden times, Victorian times, there's sort of two stories going on. There's the story of the Victorian times, how it happened the first time, someone got killed, and then the historical point is really hard to describe. But it's sort of, the interactive online game allows you sneak previews to the backstory of the contemporary programme. So when you win a game, you get a bit of video that'll give you clues to what's happened. Because the house is modern time and old time, there's stuff hidden in the house that gives you clues to how the kids can get the hag back down the well.
For me, Liverpool's lovely. I did something last year up in Liverpool for a week, and it was too short. It was really nice. It was a little bit closer to sort of central. Well, I say central, where the shops are, basically the most important thing. But Sefton Park's gorgeous, really. I up and down Lark Lane and haunted a few restaurants down there. It's really nice, and I find the people up here very lovely and open. There's a little bit of sort of, when you're just walking around the street in London, sometimes people are quite closed, and they're almost suspicious of you if you talk to them. But I find the norther you get, the nicer people are. I'm not saying that you guys aren't as good as Scotland, but I'm just saying, as a general rule.
We're trying to recreate those old-fashioned horror values. So when you're watching it, you are scared by it. So it's for kids on a scary adventure, and it all centres around the well.
You just let her leave front.
Yeah.